Hello folks, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today to discuss Rangers' 1-0 victory at Pittodrie as we kicked off the season with 3 points. A goal from Ryan Kent in the first half was enough to see Rangers over the line. And it's funny, isn't it, how the events of the past can impact on your thinking of the present, because certainly in that second half, the scar tissue of dropping silly points at Pittodrie and in other games was very much to the fore for me, and I was slightly concerned we were going to end up conceding an equaliser. But I suspect when I watch that game back, I'll see that Rangers were very much in control of it from start to finish. Manager sprung a pre-match surprise really by giving Leon Balogun his debut, and I've got to be honest there, at first I was, what's George Edmondson done wrong really? But Balogun was superb. He was absolutely brilliant today, I thought that he looks good on the ball, very comfortable, but just unflappable really. Not afraid to put his head where it hurts, and in fact collided with a post during Aberdeen's only real chance at goal in the second half. Hopefully he's all right. I think these days the concussion protocols mean that if he hadn't been, he certainly wouldn't have been back on. But overall, the defence was very solid. Aberdeen, of course, were without their main man in Sam Cosgrove, and he's the focal point for everything they do. It's not just really that he gets most of their goals, it's the fact that everything goes through him. And I think that you could see that by the way they started, where we expected to come up against them being very well organised, 10 men behind the ball, and that's what they did. And Rangers, I thought, started brightly. We had the ball. We were looking to make things happen. We weren't getting sucked into that thing that we've done against Aberdeen of just getting the ball down, getting it wide and crossing into the box to let their big guys head away. I thought that we were far more trying to play through them. And that's what you've got to do to play at pace. I don't necessarily think the likes of Giannis Hadji had their best game today, but the opportunities we did make came from that, came from playing through them. And then the goal when it came was lovely. Really looked straight from the training ground. Aberdeen press, Rangers took advantage of the space. Alfredo Morelos had been dropping deep to try and bring a centre-back out, and that worked. And this occasion ended up going to him. A beautiful through ball for Leon Rush and Ryan Kent, clearly onside. And I don't know, there's some players you're confident of, and I just thought as soon as he got through, he's going to score this. And he did, put it away, all the confidence in the world for 1-0. And I felt then for the next 10 minutes, that was our chance to really go and get a second and really put the game to bed, because I don't think Aberdeen today, even they would have believed that they would have scored 2. But we didn't manage it. And then into the second half, the nerves came in. And again, I don't think, bar one scramble from a set piece, which the compliance officer we've seen pop her head up recently to give abuse to Hearts and Partick Thistle. She should be having a look at Lewis Ferguson stamping on Alan McGregor, I felt, and so did Alan McGregor, clearly. Maybe not a stamp, but certainly a wee fly kick. And from that, though, Rangers were very, very comfortable. Almost got a second. Lovely move ended with Joe Aribo having a shot at goal, and to be honest, it's brilliant defending by Ferguson, who gets back to clear it off the line. The only other thing of note was Considine, the Aberdeen centre-half. That tackle, you've seen it 1,000 times. Anybody that watches football, I always go on the oofed rule. If you see a tackle and it makes you do that, then you know it's a red card. There's a brilliant picture of Johnny Hayes, his teammate, standing right behind him with his head in his hands. He knew, because he just lost control for a second, went in over the top on Scott Arfield, stonewall red card, and it was really a stupid decision, because Aberdeen lost their discipline after that, and of the last 10 minutes when they could have been trying to take advantage of nerves, they wasted their own time. So it wasn't a great performance. I don't think any Rangers fan would stand here and tell you that, more of that please, but having conceded so many stupid goals and dropped stupid points at Pittodrie recently, because we don't lose up there a lot, but we do draw a fair bit, then I'm just delighted. Aberdeen away, especially Tynecastle gone this season, is our most difficult away game apart from Parkhead. So for me, I'll take a 1-0 any day of the week. We do need to improve. There's no doubt about that. I still think the midfield's lacking something. I think we need to address that. I still think the midfield can be a wee bit too passive, and I thought that today. You want them getting on the front foot, getting the foot in the throat of a team like Aberdeen and dominating them. But an excellent victory. Alfredo as well, people were concerned about his head. Well, he's got an assist, he contributed. I don't think he's in the best of his form yet, don't get me wrong, but that's why you always play him, because he does things that nobody else can do for us, and he played a big part in getting us the victory. But more of it, goals from Kent, that's what we're after. Goals from Hadji. He had one effort in the second half that might go in a blooper reel, but he'll get better because you still see he's a good player. His touch was off today. And Aribo, I thought, did well. But for me, Leon Balogun, man of the match, excellent debut. A lot to be hopeful for then. We head off to Germany on Thursday. We're looking for a bit of a minor miracle, but who knows? I'll be back to talk to you then. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. The Bears are back and back with a win. Take care. Bye-bye.